Okay, so here we have part 2 of my 100% tutorial. So this part is going to be covering the entirety of the mid-game from Goo Lagoon 2 up through Industrial Park, which is what I would consider to be the mid-game. So at this point we've just completed Poseidon, so we should appear out by Plankton over there. So you want to immediately pause the game and go to Goo Lagoon, go to clean out the bumper boats. No. Okay, yeah, that's the button to unpause the timer. Okay. Alright. So here's a cool little strat. You can just kind of go up the front of the machine. It's pretty fast. Don't get hit by that guy. That guy did. Alright, this is done. I'm bad. Well, we've already established that I'm bad, so it's okay. Make sure you get the sock on the food stand over here. You can use the slide to slide on over here. The clam automatically gets rid of its text box. Since we don't have enough shiny objects to pay the clam, it just does that. Or are we gonna do SBA? It's important to note in this route that we need like 47k once we leave SBA, because there's a lot of clams that we have to pay in this route, so we need a lot more shiny objects. Oh my god. Okay. So they stacked, but I could pick them up again. You want to avoid stacking these tikis because that can lose you a lot of time. Alright, so I do the quick setup here, or not the quick setup, the easier setup here, where you line up your shot to throw the tiki inside the machine and then pick it up again. So what I typically do is I try to have like the bottom part of the ramp of the skee ball machine as close to parallel with the bottom of the screen as I can. And then I put Patrick in the middle here and throw the tiki. I try to line it up to throw it like slightly to the left, like around on this side over here. You want to line it up to be like centered pretty much, but more to the left isn't really a bad thing in most cases. Alright, that's not what you want to see. Get out of here. That's not what you want to happen. Alright, let's try that again. So under here as well, I forgot to mention, I try to get Patrick like lined up with the skee ball holes and like facing pretty much straight forward. That's not actually good. I might adjust this a little bit. That looks pretty good. So we'll try that. Okay, apparently that was not good. Alright, ledge grabbing on this thing is annoying, so... It's also annoying trying to pick up tikis that are in weird spots. The game just never likes to cooperate with me. Alright, so let's try this one more time. That might be good. The less time that you see it like shaking in there, the better, but you do want it to like shake around in the hole a little bit. If it shakes for like longer than 6 seconds or so, I would like try to readjust the first TP. Alright, and now so here what you want to do, you want to ledge grab like right in the front here. And then just tap B once. Like don't try to charge the bowl at all, so just tap it. I don't know what even... It didn't even get stuck. Sometimes you need to ledge grab a little bit more to the left, but you always want to be facing like straight forward. Not like that. That's not good. Don't do that. Or that. If you're facing to the side at all, that's not what you want. I'm not sure why this isn't working. Okay, so you want it to be faster than this. I might actually redo it. Yeah, it's popping out, so we're gonna have to redo it. So as you see, it's like going nuts in there, but it's not in the right spot, so we have to fix it. Alright, ledge grabbing is really, really annoying. So yeah, we have to fix it now, because we messed up. Alright, I'm not sure what the deal is with this today. That's a really stupid place to ledge grab. Yeah, the important thing to know with this setup is that once you get it going, you can't really be wasting that much time walking around the pier. That might be better, but it might be kind of slow still. Also, there's normally a text box over here. You want to try to stay close to the skee-ball machine to avoid it. Alright, that's much better. It's still kind of slow. Why is it? I don't understand. Alright. Ledge grab on the front. On the front, dude. Come on. I don't know why it's doing this. Alright, so when this is happening, like, 90% of the time it's that your first TP is bad. Alright, that's not... Okay, this is what you want to avoid. Yeah, you can be stuck here for like minutes trying to get them unstuck. I'm so glad this decided to happen in the tutorial where I can't just reset. Alright. Hallelujah. Let's try this one more time. And if we don't get it, I might be tempted to restart the save file. And restart the tutorial. Okay, when it does that, I'm redoing that. We're throwing it like there, so it's not gonna get stuck. Again. Okay, that's more to the right, but it might still work. That looks pretty good. I'd be surprised if that one didn't work. So yeah, obviously the second tiki throw isn't really as precise as the first one. You just kind of stand like generally in the same place as the first. There we go. So that's what you want. That is the kind of setup you want. Alright, so now very quickly, you don't want to be wasting time up here, because even though we're kind of waiting for SBA at this point, like, you still need to be moving fast to get them done. So you have bold duplicator to get the sock, because it's way safer. Number one thing here, do not fall off the pier. If you fall off the pier, you lose your run. It's dead. So yeah, obviously with tower climb, the faster you can get up those flags, the better. Because, as you saw, I was out of range there for a bit. Alright. Getting tower climb first try still matters a lot, because as you can see, I have a lot of shiny objects. So yeah, like I said, you want to end with like 47.7k, as it says in the splits right over there. I would say jump on this slide. If it's going at like a mid speed, jump on the slide when you have like 24k or so, just to be safe. Because you don't want to pause the game and wait for the timer to catch up, because that loses time. Okay, we're not quite there yet, so ignore what I just said. Yeah, this is the backup strat here. If you're short, do this a couple times. Okay, I didn't intend to drown there, but yeah, you get the point. You can jump out and then back in. Because the thing about the old SBA setup, the 10, is that the tikis and the bowling ball were in a different spot. So like, the platform would be like here, and the range would be like touching this corner. So you could just stand there with the 10. I guess like this would be a better way to illustrate it. It would be like touching this corner here. But now with the 30, the range is more like out here, like farther away from the platform for the spatula. So you have to jump out there to get shinies still. But you can still do it, so it's important to know that you can do that. Once you have like 47.7k warp to clear out the bumper boats, and we're gonna get the spatula. So we got 19 spatulas and 2 socks. Now scroll down to Dream, go to Slide in Texas style first, because, well, I'll explain after, but you want to do Sandy's Dream first. So jump in the box. If you didn't get the box, then you have to like, you would have to like go from the slide onto the nut and then like crawl along the side and then go all the way back here, and it's really slow. So make sure you get the box in Dream 1. We're gonna go over here. If the slides confuse you in Sandy's Dream, just follow the path that I'm taking. Pay the clam. Now here, let your lasso go like the full length that it can, and then just start spamming the lasso button to grab that swinger. And here, just hope for good RNG. Hit those 3 Thunder TTs on your way over to the... Make sure you hit the Thunder TTs on your way over to the duplicator. Looks like we got pretty good RNG, but we didn't get back to the spatula, but that's fine. It's not too important. As long as you don't die like me, and 100% NG plus that happened to me. Make sure you get the sock back here. And then warp to the first area. So you can do Forbidden Skip here if you didn't get the spatula in Dream 1. Which is the whole reason for us delaying this. If you don't want to do Forbidden Skip, just walk around, it's fine. So, I mentioned in part 1 of the tutorial that if you don't get the top of the chum bucket spatula, then you want to do Forbidden Spatula in the beginning of the game, in Dream 1. But the problem with doing that is that we can't do this strat for Dream 2 where we do swingers before Forbidden Skip. So what you would want to do is, if you already have this bouncing ball spatula, just do a quick reload to SpongeBob's Dream to the first area. It's like a 3-second load. And then go to Mr. Krabs. Split. So the reason why we order the spatulas like that in Dream 2 is because Krabs won't talk to you here to let you trade in spatulas if you were playing as Sandy or Patrick in the previous level from where you worked from. So like if we did Forbidden Skip and then we did Swingers Ahoy, then we would have been Sandy previously and Krabs wouldn't want to talk to us. So we would have to do some weird stuff to get him to talk to us. And that loses time, so you don't want to do that. Just do Sandy's Dream and then Forbidden Skip. And like I said, if you got Forbidden Skip in Dream 1 for some reason, if you can't get top the chum bucket with Roebuck, then I'll explain the backup strat, because we still need an extra spatula in mid-game if you got that one in early game. Alright, so get all 8 spatulas and then get this sock, and we're good to go. And now get TV sock. It's RNG. Just realized I had my mouse on screen. I missed the bulb, that's fine. Alright, pretty standard stuff. Make sure you get this box. Do not forget this box. Alright, I'm gonna miss that cycle. If you can catch that cycle, you can... Oh wow, I'm bad. Alright, So we need to get that sock in early game because there's like no other socks to replace it with. Like you could do a backup strat if you're not good at that, like me, but yeah, there's no other sock to get if you wanted to do a backup there. So yeah, the rest of Murmler is pretty standard stuff. Alright, I'm bad. Alright, I'm super bad. That's why I get the warp. I've been messing this up a lot recently. That's all I had to do. You can hit all these buttons with slams, but it only saves like half a second if you do it optimally. So I just use the melon. No, do slide skip. One, two, three, four, five. So in case you're curious, I count out to 5 out loud just to time myself to gain speed on the slide. Just to get the trick easier. Security tunnel is pretty standard. Just make sure that we get the box at the end. So we're gonna use it later. Oh wow, I'm bad. Checkpoint. Alright, that's why I got the checkpoint, I guess. Turn it on. I was never good at security tunnel without boost boosting. Can you get away? Yeah, get the box. So we're gonna use that box later. Also, if you look in the background, this cool thing happens. The cool visual thing in the background. Alright, so now important thing to mention, if you need a backup spatula in mid-game, instead of doing Sand Mountain after this, you would go to Rock Bottom and do Bathroom Boost. So just keep that in mind. But in this route, we're gonna head out of Murmler. We have 35 spatulas and 6 socks. So the thing to note about this part here is that we have the cutscene. If you miss that bowl right there into the cutscene, then you're gonna be off cycle for these blocks. So just keep that in mind. See, like, you barely make that cycle. You barely make the cycle with the block that, like, moves away from you. So if you don't bowl into that cutscene, play it safe. Alright, I missed that. That's a really easy cutscene skip, but I messed up the first jump. So, yeah, I missed it. So Guppy Mountain's pretty standard, but if you're pretty tight on the shiny count, then you're gonna want to not skip the shinies here. So just pay attention to the stacks that I hit and what shinies I get. Also, don't miss a sock here, otherwise it feels bad and you have to go back down the slide to get a sock. So skip. Oh my god, how did that happen? I don't even know what just happened. But okay. I could not tell you what happened there, but okay. So like I was saying, skip these Thunder Tikis. If you're like way over on shinies, you can skip these as well, but it doesn't really save that much time. I missed the bowl, but obviously you want to bowl there to get speed. Wow, I got flung off that rock. Okay, I got hit. What? I got hit twice. How? How do you get hit twice by that thing? This level is just not being nice to me. Alright, get the special. I don't know why my voice feels bad. Alright, so now we're going to leave the rest of Sand Mountain for later in the run. We're going to warp to Patrick to trade in 10 more socks. And now we're going to do Krusty Krab. Alright, so don't get hit by that guy, but otherwise you want to pretty much take the route I'm taking through here. Hit the cash register, hit the condiments. Make sure you get these Thunder Tikis. I guess I... okay. Also, don't die. Ah! I like how as soon as I say it, it happens.
There's nothing like the smell of the bubbles in the water. It smells like...
Alright. Just be careful here.
That should be working.
So there's like no RNG pattern I've seen that doesn't get hit here at least twice on the ground. Or once. Yeah, once. Getting hit twice is pretty unlucky, but yeah, I've never seen a pattern that doesn't get hit at least once by those laser bots in the ground. Also, be careful right there. If you're on 1 health, just be farther away from that thing. Now, the reason we do Krusty Krab late is because we can enter Industrial Park from this backside right here. Because for some reason they let us activate this cutscene from the other side. Because I guess they figured we would never be on that side of the gate, but yeah, we are.
Looks like SpongeBob's in for a rough ride.
So yeah, Industrial Park is pretty standard.
Great Barrier Reef. Look at that! The robot's made himself dizzy! That's the ticket! That's the ticket! What is Sandy going to do to get SpongeBob unfrozen? Go-see-go and around you go! And the robot is down! That hot goo could melt anything! Oh, that was a doozy! And the robot is down! One more douse with that stuff, and SpongeBob will be back in the ring. And the robot is down. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight.
Alright, that was done.
That does it. SpongeBob is
I tried to
back
be
in
all
the fight.
optimal about it.
Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, obviously if that happens, it doesn't use that much time.
That's the ticket. Do-see-do and around you go.
Alright. I wasn't sure where
Look
it
at
was.
that! The robot's made himself dizzy!
better
That
stuff.
was a doozy.
Feel like a new sponge.
I see a prime bowling moment right here.
Alright. So now that's the end of part 2 of the tutorial. Parts 3 and 4 are going to be of the light game sections. So, this part of the tutorial, you should have 41 spatulas and 1 sock. And yeah. So the link to my spreadsheet of 100% routes and tips and stuff will be in the description. If you have questions about anything in the route or in the tutorial, be sure to message me on Discord and ask me questions. I'm always open to helping people learn the game, so I'll pause the timer. Alright, so I'll see you in part 3.